Okay, so welcome to session something of the Fever Swamp. Um, does anyone want to recap last session for us, please?
Last session, we went on a vision quest with the people of the swamp because that was the way to cure a disease that one of us had. Each of us featured in it, but only like a fever dream version of us. We were ultimately able to cure the disease, and we'll have to come back here, every 10 or 20 days to keep doing that for anyone else who gets sick.
And Kildrak brought back experience for all of us.
He did.
You're all welcome.
We don't remember.
We are going to be, from here, we've decided we're going to start making our way back to Clink, taking some time to do some mapping along the way. And possibly stopping in the mushroom, possibly coming to the mushroom after stopping in Clink, depending on how we feel as we approach.
Very good. Also, you were able to take a long rest while you stayed with the Faceless Ones, which is good because you guys desperately needed one. It had been like 3 or 4 sessions that you had not had a long rest. I know at least one of you had sufficient experience to level up, and that was Quarandir. He hit that vitally important level 3. Did anyone else have enough XP to level at the end of last session?
No, I'm getting close, but still a few hundred off, I think.
Yeah, bit
Okay.
off.
Yeah, I think we expect to level when we get this pile of treasures back to Clink.
Yeah,
Right.
pretty much.
And all these maps made.
Yes. So you'll probably level. The rest of you will probably level when you get to Clink. Calvin, I know you hit Quarandir. You hit level 3, which is the big level. So do you want to tell everyone what your choice of archetype was going forward?
I'm going with Monster Slayer.
Oh, cool. That'll be helpful with the Stilt Walkers.
We've
And
seen
all
a
the-
monster before.
Yeah. Given the monsters in the swamp, that sounds very useful.
So
Come kill the Catoblopass with me.
So what feature does that give you at level 3?
At level 3, let's see here. I've got Hunter Sense. Instead of getting the Primal Sense, I end up getting Hunter Sense.
Mm-hmm.
And Hunter Sense, choose one creature I can see within 60 feet, and I immediately learn. I have to take an action to do this, but I immediately learn whether the creature has any damage immunities, resistances, vulnerabilities, and what they are. If the creature is hidden from divination magic, I sense that there's no damage immunities or resistance or vulnerabilities.
Okay.
Let's see here.
And
I can use this feature as a number of times as my wisdom modifier. I regain it once I finish a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get a action ability.
Mm-hmm.
For a bonus action, I can designate a foe that I can see within 60 feet, and when they are a target, the first time each turn that I hit them, I do an extra 1d6 damage with my weapon.
Cool.
And the benefit lasts as long as till I finish a short or long rest, or it ends early if I designate a different target.
Cool. All right. So, all right. Yes. It's the next morning. I'm gonna go ahead and roll for weather. Okay. We've got some light rain. Throw on the longest rain there, and Yes. So, you are in the village of the Faceless Ones, and it is morning, and I believe you are getting ready to set out.
We should ask them why there's so few of them. Do they all get, like, maybe they don't reproduce because they're not enticed to do so? Just saying.
Oh, yes, and I believe that Ixa also healed Lucas up. Was that a thing we did?
Yeah, that cost 5 of her laying hands ability, I think.
Yes.
5 HP worth.
Yeah, it's 5 HP worth for you to cure disease.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, she'd readily do that.
'Cause no mapping will be done otherwise. It's quite the disease.
Coriander would spend a little bit of time trying to feel like I'm looking for like a really big croc, like really big,
Yeah, full of blood.
full of blood.
Well, the
Like
faceless
dra-
one, the
ahead.
faceless ones will, since they do not speak, if Coriander says this, they will attempt to mime something back to him. But roll intelligence? See if you can get anything out of this.
Corander's smart.
Yes. East is the only useful information he's getting out of that. Something to the east.
That's much better than nothing, at least.
Well, we need to be heading to the east, you know.
Well, it's not on our itinerary. We should be proceeding north and then northeast. But the area to the direct east of us is an area we could map somewhat soon. But I would prefer not to take on so ambitious a project at this time. We already have 8 days of work before we can return to Clink along our most efficient route.
Well, we planned to go to the abandoned settlement next. Maybe the crocodiles why they abandoned it.
Well, you know, all of this church treasure is taking up a lot of room in the boat. Could we perhaps return it and then investigate the...
Yes, I was suggesting that we were going to inspect the failed settlement when we set out again next anyway, and therefore I was agreeing. I think you're correct. Lucas is just staring at Filsticker and he doesn't know why.
As you were getting ready to head out, the shaman. This is the first time you've seen him out of the his little separate structure. He is standing there. He has like a big, wide-brimmed hat, which is keeping the rain off of his wrappings. And he comes out and faces you. Does anyone say anything when he approaches?
Hello. Is there something we can do for you before we go?
Lucas feels his mind violated as the shaman speaks to him telepathically. He says, if you are traveling the swamp, then you must be on the lookout for something of great danger. The Ghost
I can-
Home. Are you familiar with it?
The ghost. No. What should we know? Lucas will get his notebook out.
Yes. He describes the he describes um, the creature you've encountered before, the huge eyeless, paler than the moon's, soft-skinned creature which slinks through the deep swamps, extracting valuables from in valuable tribute from you, or giving you a terrible curse.
Oh yes. We already met actually. It had quite expensive tastes, but I think we were able to satisfy it. Thank you for the forewarning, though.
He continues. There is a way that you can ward off the Ghost Olm's approach. There is a shrine. There's a shrine near here. If you go there and you make the appropriate sacrifice to Grandfather Rot, he will protect you and drive the Ghost Olm away, and you will not have to fear encountering it and being subject to its whims.
Oh, sounds useful. What sacrifice is demanded, and who is Grandfather Rot?
Oh shit, he's talking about it.
He turns to the shaman turns to Filsticker. He takes note of Filsticker's eye and says, "I suggest that you ask your goblin friend who Grandfather Rot is. As for what the sacrifice is," he holds up his left hand, missing the two fingers.
And we would each need to make that.
He nods.
I'll let everyone know. Thank you for this information.
I don't have a lot of fingers to give up.
The oh, he'll turn to the others. The shaman believes that the serpent creature that demanded money from us can be warded away if we go over that way and cut off our fingers. Apparently, Filsticker knows more about the being to whom this digital sacrifice would be made.
I rather like my fingers.
Filsticker, who is Grandfather Rot?
Well, he's the dominant spirit of the swamp, I suppose. We dwell in his body and track across his domain this very moment.
Go on.
I never heard this about the fingers, though. I'm running out of fingers at the moment. Yeah, well, he's sleeping under the swamp. He is the swamp. He's the swamp. He's the swamp god, effectively.
So, you don't know why he demands fingers.
Just to clarify,
No.
do I have any clue? Okay, okay. I don't know. Fingers aren't really his thing?
Well, naturally, I'm disinclined to do this. Fingers are important in my work as well. I think I should find it quite difficult. Do you think that this sacrifice is necessary for these travels?
Well, I mean, it did cost us a lot of money last time to get the Olm to go away.
That is true.
And I suppose if is the shaman still standing here listening to us?
I think he's delivered his message. I think he would leave if it does not seem that you are going to question him more.
Okay, cool. Well, Filster looks at his own hand and he says, "Well, while it would be good for one who plans to live in the swamp, you know, it might also be tribal hokum. You know." He's sort of whispering at this point.
I see. So, are you originally from the swamp, Filsticker?
Being as he is a goblin, and I don't think we've seen any other goblin swamps besides those two that are explicitly not from here. I assume there's no goblin population. No, I'm from the Goblin Pits. He points east, where he told you about before.
How did you come to become an expert on this religious figure without learning his principal sacrifices?
Damn it, you're picking apart my terrible character. I don't think fingers are his principal sacrifice.
Oh, what does he prefer?
Cheese?
Are you suggesting that if we left some cheese at this monument that it might be adequate?
If they're leaving fingers and they're getting the effect that they claim, then it probably wants fingers, but I'm not entirely sure that it would be related to Grandfather Rot. It might be a different spirit altogether. Maybe it's the Goldstone itself. But I don't know why he would like fingers either. I mean, he seems to really like gold and platinum.
So, who taught you about Grandfather Rot? Maybe we could question them further.
Scumboggles. we could go invest in some more cheese, I guess.
That seems wise. We'll go back to Clink, we'll order some cheese, and we'll see if we can bargain with the Scumboggles for information about this sacrifice. Thank you, Filsticker.
Having lived among the Scumboggles, does Filsticker have any reasonable belief that they would know anything that isn't directly about their patron?
Not really, no. But if this was related to their patron, you believe that they would know about it.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, he never found a book about Grandfather Rot. He just started giving them spells one day, and like, oh, cool.
Well, with that in mind, I think we've decided that we are not, in fact, going to the Shrine of Grandfather Rot. None of us intend to cut our fingers off, and the odds of being devoured by a swarm of zombie fingers that crawl all over us seems a little too high.
Well, while that will definitely happen, I suggest that we go look at it anyway, just because I'd like to see it.
No.
How about we come back on our next voyage? We continue along the planned route, and then when we come back, after we've investigated that large mushroom you keep asking about,
Oh yeah, that's right. I want to see that too. Okay, fine.
We'll map the area around the village of the Faceless One and through where the failed settlement may be. So for now, we spend the day here mapping. Then tomorrow we journey north. Agreed?
Agreed.
Sure.
Okay. So you're going to investigate the area around. You're going to map the area around the Faceless Ones village.
Yep, I mean, seems a logical thing to do.
Okay. All right then. You designate someone to forage for you, and go ahead and have them roll.
We're not doing any traveling right now, right?
That's
Right.
correct.
No need for navigation.
I will look for food.
So you find food. D6 plus wisdom mod. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
So
7,
6
8.
food.
2 food.
I find twice as much.
Right. That's right. You find twice as much.
The usual amount of water.
Yes. So, Silas and Kildrak, go ahead and give me perception rolls.
All right.
Sure. Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
All right. So, Silas, call it odd or even.
Even.
All right.
Oh.
So, Kildrak,
Mm-hmm.
as you are, as the party is traveling along, your boat passes under a low branch, and you reach up to like grab the branch and push it away, and when you do so, you failed to notice the snake on that branch, which immediately lashes out, attacking you with advantage because you are surprised.
Cool.
Okay, well, I don't need to... Well, actually, I just need to roll a second one in case it crits. Okay, yeah. So, that is an 18 hit. So, this snake, it is an exceptionally large snake with poisonous fangs, which bites into your arm through any sort of protective leather you might have. The fangs pierce you. You need to make a Constitution saving throw against poison.
Let's
Fortunately, you're a dwarf.
Yeah. So I get advantage, right?
Right.
Is that what that is?
So
Okay.
you have advantage against poison. It's a con save, and you needed a 13, so lucky roll.
Jesus.
Um,
I'm glad to say I'm off to a great start with these rolls tonight.
yes. Well, so you do take 1d6 damage from the bite,
Okay.
But you do not take the additional crippling poison.
Cool.
But it burns for 5 damage.
Ah.
Yeah. The as you react to being bitten, you drop the branch, and the snake falls into your boat. Kildrak, roll
We can
initiative.
eat it. Oh, okay.
Ugh. Damn snakes. Oh, I forgot to,
It's fine.
Okay.
The snake wins initiative.
Jesus.
The snake continues biting ferociously at the surprised Kildrak. Does a 12 hit you?
No.
Alright. So there's a snake in your boat, Kildrak, and it is snapping at you.
So after I finish yelling, you said it's a large snake?
Mm-hmm. It's a nonsensical fantasy snake. It's like the size of like a boa constrictor, but it's like a venomous type.
Sure. Obviously. Okay, this may backfire, but I'm gonna whack it with an axe.
Alright. I'm not sure how that can go badly, other than missing, of course. So...
Well,
Hey.
the snake's rather thin. It could split the boat.
Yeah, that's more what I was thinking of. Like if I got a friggin' nat 1 or something like that,
yeah, that would
punching
make sense.
through.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm
so,
assuming that hits.
Yeah. It's got a good AC, but it's not got that. Okay, I need to actually roll for its hit points.
Yeah, I definitely imagine him like yelling, flailing a little bit, and then just grabbing his axe and smashing it as hard as he can, just almost instinctively.
No, that'll get the boat.
Yeah. Yep.
Mash very carefully.
So yeah, you bring up your axe and you smash the it's cutting off its severing its head from the rest of its body against like the side of your boat. The body like twists and flails, and the head is like lying there, its eye looking up at you, its mouth still like ready to bite, but it is separate from the body now.
Without long, I can't apologize.
Kildrak's gonna just kind of sit down and stare at it for a moment. Guys, there's snakes in the trees. They suck.
It's a swamp.
Yeah, they live everywhere.
What
You watching
color
out?
are they? Do you still have it? I'd like to draw it for my journal.
Come get it, I guess.
Lucas will row over to come get the snake and have a look at it.
It is on its backside. It is like a dark blackish brown color, which camouflages well against the branches of the trees of the swamp. But you find that like it also has like a has bright red warning colors underneath its chin and on its belly.
Lucas knows little of the coloration of snakes, but when he was growing up and reading stories of great explorers, they always included diagrams of plants and animals, and so he's doing that more out of custom than anything else. He will, of course, record all of this without having the natural proficiency to truly understand its meaning.
Of course. There you go. It's a big ass snake too. Borendir, you estimate that you could get maybe like a meal or two out of that snake.
That's some eating. Yep. Make some food out of that.
Things worked out in the end.
Says the one who didn't get bit in the arm.
I don't talk to me about arms.
Is somebody going to prepare the snake meat for consumption?
I could try to get meat off of it.
Okay. Just for fun, give me a survival roll. Yeah. You can Lucas, you're keeping track of the inventory. You may add 2 meals worth to your food supply.
Got it.
All right. So, once you get away from that tree that the snake was in, you're probably a little more cautious about that for the rest of the day. But rest of your travel around the village is uneventful. So go ahead and give me your photography roll, Lucas.
Well, it's a good thing he's not sick.
Oh wow, that's not bad.
Okay. Yes. So there you have it. You successfully map this part of the swamp. And you return to the village come nightfall. They come out to see you again, and you either set up your tents or sleep with them in a big human pile. We make the miasma check, and Silas and Ixa need to make some manner of disease check.
All right.
Let's see.
It says immune to disease,
That's
isn't
good.
she? Although some of these things, I guess, are supernatural.
Oh, right. Ixa is immune to disease. Is she also immune to parasites?
No. No, she's not. So that's a Constitution roll or save.
Yes. So Silas, you resisted the horde swelling. Good for you.
Oh yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
And Ixa, you are fortunate to not be infected with screwworms.
It does indeed sound fortunate.
Very much so.
They really screw you up.
That's not what attacked Philsticker, is it?
No.
That was corpse worms?
Those were rot grubs,
Ah.
which are like screwworms but much more accelerated.
Yeah,
I
they
see.
really shouldn't be on the disease table.
Yeah, they're not.
That would make the swamp worse.
Yeah. that you're just walking around and just you can try.
Man,
to
I'm
rock
really
them.
horribly dying really fast.
Yes. 12 seconds later, you're dead. Yes. All right. So short rest. Nobody. Kildrack, you did lose some hit points. This is a short rest. Do you want to spend any a hit die to recover hit points, or are you good for now?
Nah, not on this. I still
Alright.
got a good chunk.
Okay. So morning comes. It's rainy again. Where are you trying to go? That way. All right. How fast are you trying to get there? Normal speed.
Yep. It's gonna
Okay.
right up here.
All right. Forager Navigator.
Navigating.
Okay. And who is foraging? If you can call it that.
Yeah, apparently not.
That is an interesting thing to encounter here. Okay.
Oh, is it merchants?
No.
I'm suddenly quite concerned.
So, late in the day, as you are traveling into this area, you come across a grisly scene. You find a tree hanging from which, by the neck, is a very old corpse.
What is it with this swamp and people hung from trees? Good lord, get inventive, people.
Probably another, you know.
Yes, the trees that hang people for reasons.
There's got to be
Philster,
more
do you
than
know-
one.
Do you know why they do that?
Let's see. Would he believe that to be a reproductive strategy? To gather people or something to eat?
It'd be an interesting tree strategy.
Phil,
If
Phil
you
Sticker,
first start. Sorry, I'll talk in a minute.
Phil Sticker, roll intelligence with your proficiency bonus.
But it would
Uh,
certainly be an interesting reproductive strategy for a tree. Kill someone, hang
That's a
them in an
9.
area where they become a zombie, add seeds to the zombie, leave the zombie on its way. Eventually, zombie is killed again, but your seeds have been carried a long way and now have a body to grow into. I could see that.
It is a really
See.
neat idea.
See, I was
Makes
just
sense.
imagining that, adventurers see the tree with a person hanging from it and they're like, oh man, what's that doing there? Let's go investigate. Kind of, the same strategy as the rock grubs.
It could be fishing.
Yes. So Phil Sticker, I will simply say that you can only speculate, but that your speculations are at least reasonable seeming.
Well, I hath done speculated. So, okay.
But yes, you also assume that this is the same species of. You notice that this is the same species of tree as the previous Mangor groves that you have encountered, and therefore, if you get close to this tree, it will probably try and murder you.
Hmm.
But there might
I think we're good for treasure for the time being. Lucas says that he thinks we should ignore the tree.
Right, but let's mark that it's here.
Unfortunately, they do mark themselves.
Oh no, if we leave, it'll despawn.
Well, eventually the body probably...
Here forever.
The body eventually probably rots away or gets eaten by animals that it doesn't target or something, and I assume it has to catch another human to replace it.
Well, we should mark it down in any case, so it doesn't stop existing when we're not looking.
Right. If its existence is recorded, it can't despawn. Oh yeah. Okay. So, you're able to avoid the tree if you choose not to engage it. So you continue on your way, and night falls. Silas, the swamp really has it out for you.
Apparently. Wow.
Ooh.
I don't like the sound of that.
Oh.
No, it's never
What,
gonna happen, I'm sorry.
You didn't want to have a
You
fever dream session?
No, in this case, he was going to turn into a tree like Zecora. But no.
Wait, into a what?
A tree.
Oh, huh. I mean, that doesn't sound so bad.
I exaggerate. It's more of like mossy rock.
Oh, okay, that's not fun.
But very well. Yes. Short rest. Next day. And the rain ends at last. So, next morning, you are here. What is the plan?
I believe the ranger is going to go fishing, and we're going to get some mapping done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking for food.
All right. Well, you find lots of food and lots of water. 1d6 plus wisdom food, 1d4 plus wisdom water. Both doubled because you're a ranger.
Okay, looks like we're good for today.
Okay. So early in the day, as you are out traveling around, you encounter a grove of strange trees. They have you see them up ahead of you, about 26 yards away. when you first notice them. They are a little taller than your typical trees of the swamp. They look they're brown in color, with a very smooth seeming bark. The and there are no branches, but at the top there's like a it just ends in like a bush of like long, thick, wavy leaves. Kind of looks like seaweed. You see like 4 of these trees kind of in a, I guess not a circle because there's only 4 of them, so like in a square.
It could be a circle if you're imaginative about it.
Mm-hmm.
Do these trees look like the ones that always show up trying to strangle us?
Like the mangrove groves?
Yeah.
No. Those look more like very ordinary trees with like wide branches.
Okay.
Yeah. These are tall, without branches, ending in like a mass of seaweed at the top.
Strange.
Very strange.
And I don't suppose
No.
that this would be something that like Kildrak could have come across in his travels.
Well, he is jack of all trades. You can roll nature.
Sure, give it a shot. Let's see. Wow. Better than I expected.
Okay. These are a very silly creature, but they're very dangerous. Gildrak knows that these things are called trunk snakes. Gigantic snakes which imitate trees by swirling their heads in swamp weeds. If a boat, or an animal, more likely, but in your case, if a boat passes by them, they will bend over quickly and strike at you, either smashing you outright if you're small, or biting you if they think you are a dangerous threat, inflicting a paralyzing poison so that they can kill you and then swallow you.
Okay, he's gonna call a halt and convey that these things are more of those more fucking snakes, guys. No, they look kind of like trees, but they're not. We need to just go around these with a wide berth.
No objection.
If you cut them down, do you get wood?
I imagine you would get some blood and meat.
Yeah.
A lot of meat, I imagine.
So,
Yeah.
no.
I kind of feel it's probably not good meat. I don't know. I don't really want to eat a trunk snake. I imagine it's very tough.
muscular.
I mean, I'm not saying it would kill you or anything, but you know, I think
Right, it just wouldn't be pleasant.
it does not. It does not. It doesn't seem like an animal that I want to eat.
That's more of a desperation meal.
Yes.
We should learn to utilize every resource available in the swamp. but okay.
Fine, you go kill them. Have fun.
No, it doesn't get any experience.
All right. So you add, so you were able to add nest of trunk snakes to the map. And let's see if you finish the map today, Lucas.
Let's see.
And indeed you are. Paste, and another X is mapped. Alright. So alright. So you finish your map, and you make camp for the night. Things go fine. Short rest. Don't think anyone's going to needs that right now. So the next day comes. And it's raining again. So
Yay.
you are here. Where are you going? What speed are you going?
We're continuing at a modest pace to the north, towards the region surrounding the Corpse. There is a possibility that it's still being guarded, and if so, we might have to pause here and then skip that one. So we'll be prepared for the possibility of losing a day here, but we're going to try to enter that area and see if Jasmine, with Jasmine gone, Godfrey hasn't also moved on.
Okay. Okay. So give me a navigation roll. Okay.
And would Ixa be so kind as to catch a fish?
Catch a fish?
Or whichever one of us was on off duty for survival. Which was it again?
Silas was doing it.
Oh, sorry, Silas. If you could do it.
Yeah, only on days when Quarander doesn't need to navigate.
I don't know how I got that confused. I apologize.
I think technically Ixa had a higher survival or something by 1, but
Right.
ended up not doing it for sunny days or something. I don't know. But
Yeah, she's got a 4. So she
Okay.
can roll it if that's better.
you should be doing it on rainy days. I think we just forgot about that, and I kind of defaulted to it.
Yeah.
But it's fine this time. Got a 12.
So that's the D6 plus wisdom food.
Oh yeah. Not bad.
Okay. So, as you approach the as you enter into the area which makes up the domain of the Urkorp's ruins. I guess front boats give me perception checks.
Because this has gone so well every other time. It's an improvement.
Okay. So, oh, it's on the wrong layer. So, in the distance, Silas, Kildrak, north of you, you see strange creatures. Their faces are flesh, but like flesh colored, but twisted into vaguely bird shape. They're their bodies completely lack arms. They have like a human torso with this twisted bird-faced head, no arms, and their legs under the knee are gone, replaced with like wooden halves, like weapons. You can't see the end, but they're pikes for legs, and they are marching through the swamp towards your direction. There's at first you just see one, and then you see that there's two more to one side, and then there's another three over there, and then, my God, there's more and more on the other sides of those. You count 12 visible.
So, are we still far? Like, did we spot them early enough to be able to get around them if we like quietly signal and everything?
They are marching directly towards you. It seems that they are coming to you. You don't think you can like just go around them, but you could possibly try and back off.
Okay. I think Kildrak is gonna like. I mean, he's gonna signal to the others, tell them that there's weird mutant bird people things coming.
Does anyone know if they're friendly?
Well, the Oku seem okay. Maybe these are okay too.
Sloan stands and he says, No, we have to get out of here.
All right, let's
Those
divert.
things are what sunk our canoe and killed a few of our men. We have to leave. This is a lot.
Let's
of them.
divert hard west. See if we can reach Sally.
Well, I don't want to take them to Sally's.
Well, if they're still chasing us, then so be it. But let's leave.
Oh, that's what. Okay, all right.
Yes.
I see the names now. I'm like, I didn't make the connection for whatever reason. I'm trying to wonder, like, all right, are these monsters or is one of the tribes of the people
Really
Pretty
extreme.
hardcore. Yeah, no, like I wasn't gonna be
Grandpa
surprised
the
if
Rot
you-
wants both your arms and your legs and you to make your face look like a bird.
Right, I mean, I was half expecting it to be like
No, he
they grew up
doesn't,
to talk,
guys.
and it's just like, oh, well, they're into some really extreme body modification. That's like just a cultural tradition. It's fine. We're all okay with it. But no, let's leave.
Mhm.
Well, he put up a battle map. I think we're gonna have a hard time leaving.
I believe in our chances.
We could probably like just about face and get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah, no, that's the plan for me, I think.
Okay. Well, you are welcome to try.
But what if they
That's-
have treasure?
That's foreboding.
Roll initiative.
Wait. I thought we were cutting out. Was this thing that we were welcome to try?
Fleeing.
Leaving.
Running away.
Whoops.
Okay. I
They've
guess.
got stealth. They're really fast.
Please remember to select yourself before you roll.
I almost did it for the canoe.
Yeah, failed.
Really crappy initiative rolls here.
Yeah, this ain't ideal.
Barnder didn't get into the thing, but I'll fix it.
He doesn't get a turn.
All right. Okay. So, descending turn order. So if everyone's got their initiative in there, I guess I should roll for Sloan. I guess Sloan can have a turn. I don't remember what his dexterity is. Fuck it, it's that for now. Sloan doesn't want to be here. He is, he's quite, he's quite jumpy about these things. He's fought them before. Okay. Barnder, you have won the initiative.
Yay.
What you doing?
Well, won the initiative and there's these stilt things coming at us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Ix is gonna be behind all of us.
Sucks.
So what you doing, Quarander?
Yeah. Can always try shooting that one.
Is that one in... What's the max range on your longbow? I guess it's probably high enough.
It's my bow is 150/600.
Okay. Then, I think that they're all going to be in extreme range, but you can still roll with disadvantage.
Yep.
Probably should have numbered these guys, but I didn't. So, which one you shooting at? I don't think any of them are within 150 feet, so...
We'll go that way.
Closest seems to be 155.
I didn't even do that on purpose.
155. Just 1x away. I take a step and then I shoot.
You can do that. Move closer. Move move up in
Yeah,
the
since
boat.
you're at the front of the boat. Yeah.
Yep. I move closer and I shoot at this one.
Okay.
He's in range.
There. I moved you a hex up of the boat.
All right.
So Quarandir like stands up and like stands on one of the seats of the boat so he can get a better angle, and then shoots one of the creatures. That's a hit. 18's a hit. The arrow strikes the creature and seems to wound it. It is Sloane's turn. Now, Sloane was he still like tied up?
No, I mean,
Or
at
were
this
you,
point,
like,
we're letting
having-
him go, so there's no point in that.
Okay.
He has nothing to gain from running away from us. So
Right. Especially when there's stiltwalkers about. So Sloane grabs the oars because he doesn't have like a weapon that can shoot them from this far. And turns your boat to flee west.
What are you doing? I gotta keep on, like, I gotta provide cover so everybody can get away.
We gotta get out of here.
Yeah. Stop moving the boat.
Silas,
Yep.
what are you going to do?
I have a very similar plan. Is this tree over here, like, would that block the canoe? I don't know how,
Yes.
like, high it is or anything. Okay, so it's right on, like, the water.
It's like right at the water level.
Alright, well then this is pretty awkward positioning-wise.
could you maybe ready an action to row?
Yeah, like as soon as kill track starts or something. Yeah, I think that's it. I have to, like, shout over to kill track to, turn around the boat or back it up or something.
Aren't you actually waiting for Ixa though?
Pop it into reverse.
Yeah, or X. I figured if he had enough movement with the undead one to get it far enough away for mine to turn, but either one works. As long as it's fine to say, like, a ready action to move as soon as it's feasible to do that.
That's fine.
Alright, cool. Then, yep.
Alright. With the arrow having struck one of their companions, the stiltwalkers let out in unison a sort of horrible scream, like the fast-running infected from Half-Life 2. And they begin charging you all at once. There's stilts, letting them run through the swamp unimpeded.
That's speedy.
They are taking the dash action, but yes. and they're closing in at high speed.
On the downside, they're getting closer. On the upside, I can zoom the map in.
Yes. Filsticker. There are strange, monstrous creatures running towards your companions. What do you do?
Alright, how far did they just appear to move?
60 feet. But it's with a dash action, so they appear to be able to move 30 feet with a single move action.
Sure.
In the water, so they can go as fast in the water as you as a standard adventurer can run on land, which is also much faster than you can row a canoe.
Well, then most of us can.
I can't take a canoe dash.
No.
Alright,
But if
Filsticker's
you both dedicate your full action to canoeing, then you can move 40 feet instead of 20.
Right. Oh, but then, okay, so then we could have one of those things where they can never actually get close enough to hurt us, because they always have to do... Okay. Well, he'll shoot at that, first stilt walker, that stilt walker that got hurt.
If you do that, though, we won't move.
Yeah, I know, but, I don't think that'll let us get away, so...
I'm not seeing killing these guys as an option. It was like 11 damage. It looks like it took away maybe a third of its health. So if these guys we're looking at like 30 hit points each, what are we talking about? Like close to 400 hit points, like 360 hit points between all of them.
Yes,
I don't think plugging it away with D10s is really going to help.
I think really the best the option here is going to have to be a delaying action while we escape.
Yes, I wasn't sure what else to do because I didn't think the running would have saved us.
Well, what I want to try to do is I want to try and get them sort of clustered a little more.
Well, I assume that they're going to cluster a little more
Around
on you
us,
and
yeah.
Silas, yeah.
So, like, if their dash action, if they have to use a dash to get, see, this one could reach Silas and still attack, but that's it. And that's only if they don't move. So if we just move back, like, a little bit, the front two boats, that should give us a chance to let them cluster.
Alright,
I definitely think we should all do as much as we can to flee, but we might need Kildrak to pull alongside and for Ixa to jump into that boat because Ixa's not getting away.
Yes.
If Ixa's on her own in that boat. But if we're each in boats, 40 move is enough that they can run up in front of us and attack of opportunity us, but we can keep running west, and hopefully they'll assume we got lost. Or something.
So just abandoning one of the rafts or boats or whatever?
Canoes?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to want... ideally, I would think we want Undead Canoe 1 to pull up beside Canoe 4 and Ixa to get on board. Then we want all of our canoes to just go as quickly as we can west. And hope that these guys are content to chase us and stab us a couple of times and then let us run away.
Well, what I was going to do is drop my pipes on the fuckers.
I mean, they'll catch up with us if they're going to chase us. You'll get that opportunity.
And you'll have Ixa to row.
Right,
And
but
the
the key
canoe.
thing is that I don't want to get myself too far ahead because I could, if I understand correctly, I could move my boat effectively twice, which means I can move faster than y'all, and I don't want to do that.
Fair.
Do you have a bow or something?
Yeah, I got a bow.
Alright, you could keep up with us and shoot at them.
No, I mean, like, totally for escaping. Just figure that, like, we should probably plan on a delay action.
Also, is the path going to be clear for Silas and Bort to move? I suppose you need to move your canoe, like, up near the front of Ixa's canoe. So that there's an opening behind you, between you and the land.
Well,
Well,
like,
what
if
I
this
can
canoe...
do is have the undead canoe move, yell at it to move next to Ixa. Ixa jumps in the boat and then takes over rowing duties, and I'll shoot at them or whatever on my spare turn.
Alright. Please move the canoe here. Filsticker does that, which I believe is his whole action, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he moves the canoe here.
So like there?
Yeah, there. That's good.
Okay. So Kildrak, it is your turn.
Okay. So, I'm gonna do what we were just talking about. I'm gonna have the undead canoe move alongside Ixa's canoe. And then I'm going to pull out the short bow and fire off at what's the range on that? 8320. The injured one, I suppose.
Okay. It's gonna have a little bit of cover from Silas.
Oh, right. Is there anyone else that I can? Is that guy gonna have
He's
cover?
gonna have partial cover from the tree. That guy's
one?
good though.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't think I'm quite good enough with bow to deal with cover well.
It's not a huge buff to their AC, but it is something.
Yeah. And I'm just double checking to make sure. Yeah, that's 60 feet. So, yeah, okay, I'm gonna do that. Nope, I'm not.
Yep, yeah, that's a miss. Sploosh! Arrow into the swamp.
So I didn't need
Lucas.
that arrow.
Lucas will also row.
All right. Okay. Bill Sticker getting out of there. Ixa, your turn.
Okay, do I need to roll anything to jump over onto the other boat?
Athletics DC 5.
Surprise, surprise, I passed.
You did not roll a 1. You're now
Yep.
You're now in the undead canoe.
Did that take too much of an action for her to also row?
That's yes, too much to be rowing this turn.
Okay.
Well, that backfired a little bit.
Well, yes and no. With us out of the way and this canoe irrelevant, they could plow around it like that.
You have too much to row, but if you want, you could still like shove off canoe 4, so it would be like over here and out of their way. If you think
That sounds like that sounds like a
useful.
grand plan.
All right. So you jump off, and then you shove your canoe over here.
And then I think Silas had a readied action.
Yes, Silas, you had a readied action for when there was a free thing to move.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to put Bort in the initiative.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that, like whether he exists.
I think I'm gonna let him exist.
That's good.
If-
But
if-
the downside is he can die then.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter if we all do, so that's fair. How far does it move again? Is it 20 feet?
Yes, 20 feet.
Alright, so right about there for the tip of it.
Although I'm gonna say that Bort also readied the same action. But that you can tell where you can tell me where he moves the boat. So you've got another 20 feet of movement if you desire to use it.
Yeah, let's see. I might actually want to stay in the back for now. Just, well...
Don't want to leave Kildrak all alone?
There's no good reason for you to hang back. Kildrak can get in front of us or behind us. He's in the more mobile boat. You're in the back of the convoy there still.
Just take the move. This boat is more mobile. And I've still got my pipes of frightening, which hopefully will work on them. Maybe.
Alright.
Alright. So, we're back at the top of the initiative now. Warandir.
Yes.
Everybody's backing off.
Yep. Let's see here. Since I can't really wake up.
Gonna row, or are you gonna shoot your bow again?
Trying to adjust the map so I can see. Well, Sloane's rowing, right? I'll keep on firing.
Okay.
One's got the closest gain on us.
Gonna shoot the injured one.
Yep.
Well, clearly that's a hit. Another arrow strikes that one. It's wounded, but does not fall. Sloane is ignoring what you said last turn, and 5, 10, 15, 20 is rowing the boat to the west. Continuing to. Silas, it's your turn.
Alright. Gonna continue. Let me just map out the movement now. Right there. Alright.
Alright. Now the Stilthwalkers. This one is coming out onto this little bit of land. You see that the long stilt-like legs end in spiked points. It's clear now that this is some sort of flesh melded to weaponry. It is completely unnatural looking. looks living, but equally more like something you'd expect from necromancy.
That's what I need.
It's like nothing you've seen before. They continue dashing forward, beginning to clump around the rear boats. Philsticker.
Alright.
Kildrak is in grave danger.
Oh, fuck. But it's okay, because he can make the boat go super fast, right?
I mean, other than attacks of opportunity, yes.
I mean, it's
Go
not like a speedboat or anything.
You can go like 100 miles. But I'd also have to shoot through him to try to help with the one who actually has the opportunity attacks. Wouldn't I? Or he'd be giving it cover.
Yes.
I'm not confident about whether it's worth spending a spell to prevent a single attack on Kildrak. If we want to do, though, our best approach as a boat would be for you to row, and I would cast Sleep. Since it's pretty low on hit points, it would probably go down.
Alright, yeah, that's more likely to work than me shooting at it. However, me shooting at it doesn't take a spell. So, you're confident that it'll take it down?
It certainly is a much better chance than your attack, but
Okay.
I'm not confident we need to take it down. Or rather, looking at this, I think our best strategic play might just be to row as fast as we can anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
it'll get a chance to hit me, and my AC isn't the best, but I've got decent HP, so unless it hits like a damn tank or something.
and if we don't keep moving, a lot of them are going to get a lot of attacks on us.
Yeah.
Alright, so should I try to spread us out, or keep going straight this way?
Keep going straight that way. I don't think they're going to walk over that boat to attack ours. I'm not really seeing any evidence of area attack effects from them. I think they're probably going to try to like step on our boats to sink them. Spreading them out won't really help.
Philsticker goes here.
Philsticker goes where?
Oh, I just realized I couldn't move the boat because I had the measuring thing selected. There we go. I can't move Lucas, so I'm sorry you have to drown there in the swamp.
It was always going to end that way anyway.
That's what I wanted.
Alright, Kildrak.
Wouldn't hit quite enough of them, I don't think. So I'm gonna just eat that attack of opportunity and make the boat move.
Okay. So as you try and do so, the one stilt walker that has run right up to you takes an attack of opportunity, but he's not trying to hit you. He's trying to hit your boat. He hits your boat.
Cool.
We need armored boats.
His he lifts up one of his stilt legs, and it's kind of unnerving how flexible they are to bring it up and then bring it down in a quick stamping action, and have punctured a hole in your boat. You need to roll. Your boat has been reduced by 1 ship hit point.
Luckily, the skeletons will hold it up.
You raise a good point, Sala. But it may still fill with water. So you need to roll the sink die for your boat, which is a D4.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh no!
Your boat begins sinking and is in your boat begins sinking. If were your boat not an undead boat, but a ordinary canoe, it would be irrecoverable at this point, as it has punctured a large gaping wound in the boat.
Cool.
Your boat, though, is being held up by undead. They can keep it up, but it's gonna start filling with water, and they're gonna have a lot of drag to deal with, and your speed is gonna be...
I figured the main problem is it gets exposed to swamp water.
Yeah.
Without ever leaving the boat.
Yeah. I think the increased drag is going to be a problem. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, so it's going to take 3 rounds for it to fill up completely. But your boat is taking on water.
Okay.
And in three turns, it will have, quote, sunk. But you can move
Okay.
the boat now.
Cool. That's cool. All right. Is there any effect on the speed at this point?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
When it has sunk, I will apply a speed penalty.
Okay.
If it's not somehow repaired before then.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. I'll order the boat to move. Should be, I think, here?
Okay.
I think that's right. Am I able to still have it facing like so with me towards the, I guess, now back?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So that was your move action to command the boat to move. Yes.
Yeah.
So what's your next move? Or what's your action?
Destroy them all.
I mean, ideally, yes, that would be my action.
That would be a very impressive action.
It really would. How big? 5 foot cube. Okay, I'm gonna cast minor illusion, I think.
Okay.
What's the range on this? 30 feet. Okay. So I'm gonna cast minor illusion, and I'm gonna cast it like here, I think. Come on.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm gonna make it an illusion of, I don't know, one of us, not Kildrak. Like someone, maybe Phil Sticker.
Okay.
We gotta save me! We gotta save me! Go back! Go back!
Because I mean, he's small enough that he should fit within that 5-foot cube.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. He can fit with. So okay.
And
So-
it won't like be as obvious that it's one of us, just like duplicated. Because he's in the back.
Okay.
At least in theory.
So Phil Sticker appears here.
Now they've got 2 juicy targets. I don't know if it'll work or not, but maybe. And that's is it? God, I need to trim that down. What's the DC? It's intelligence against spell save.
Right.
So 13.
Okay. Yeah. So that is that's the DC if they use an action to examine it.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and it's not like saying they have to, but
Right.
they might be interested enough.
Okay. I'll go ahead and tell you that they're probably just going to attack the illusion.
I mean, yeah, sure.
But that'll
at
still
the
at
very
least
least,
waste the action.
yeah.
Okay. Bort. I guess Bort should row. So Silas, if you want to just, move the boat where you want Bort to move the boat to.
Alright. Let's see. Right about there looks good to me.
Okay.
So,
While he moves the boat, Lucas, what are you gonna do? Cast fireball centered like right there and blow them all up. No? Alright. One day. If you survive.
does Retromuck not know he's muted, or?
No.
I don't know.
I've moved the boat, and I have run over Phil Sticker.
My bone.
No.
I'll move him.
What?
It's fine, we have a spare Phil Sticker now. It's okay if one of them gets run over.
The clone is the better one.
Have
But,
him save the boat, the other boat.
So Lucas rowed the boat. So that's Lucas's turn. Ixa.
Time to row. Although, is there enough space?
I don't know.
Looks like there's a continuous path here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, so she'll row as hard as she can that way.
Bort wants to know how he got in the back of the boat and Silas in the front of the boat.
It's magic.
We're doing like extreme boat drifting maneuvers. It's a very Need for Speed Fever Swamp.
Don't think that's how boats work, but but what do I know?
Double track drifting.
Yes.
Okay, it's 20 feet, so...
So you can just go ahead and like move the front of the boat to right there.
And just like shove my face out of the back area in that gap. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Don't worry about it. I'm imitating Leonardo DiCaprio.
All right. So Corandir. Phil Sticker's on that island up there, about to be overrun by stiltwalkers. You're also now in the front, discounting the fake Phil Sticker.
I will I'll take the opportunity to try Hunter Sense.
Okay. So let's see.
Target the my closest one here.
So let's see. That gives you. Oh, this is the wrong character sheet. That gives you all of their weaknesses and resistances.
Yep.
Okay. They have no resistances. No damage immunities. But they are vulnerable to radiant damage.
Okay.
That's good to know.
Ixa, save us.
Oh, I'm not sure she can handle even this many odds if they're vulnerable to that, but it'll
You
help.
coward, you're gonna lose your paladin hood.
Alright.
Alright. There's my action.
Okay. So Sloan is going to row the boat 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. Silas.
Let's see. How do I maneuver that? Alright. Escaping's going pretty well so far. I need Bort to be moved back on the... Alright, thank you.
It really isn't, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We're a couple feet off of it going really well.
Unfortunately, I think the undead canoe is going to be lagging behind soon.
Well, now it's good that you're both on there.
So now it is the Stiltwalker's turn. A couple of them these ones. These ones approach Kildrak, and one of them attacks him. That's 4.
Whew. That hits.
They inflict D8 plus 2.
Okay.
He gets slashed by one of their pike legs for 4 damage. These 3 seem to be breaking off in order to surround the empty canoe for some reason.
They really hate canoes.
Well, you know, turning invisible and waiting in a canoe that seems to be abandoned would be a great way to slip by them. So, good strategy on their part.
The other this Stiltwalker here goes up, and this is like a roundhouse kick at the illusion of Filsticker, taking off the illusion's head.
Ah, my head!
I don't see any, like, what the mechanics of what happens if someone attacks a minor illusion, so I don't know if he vanishes or...
Thought that was mentioned in it somewhere.
It is. Physical interaction reveals the, but the image reveals it to be an illusion because things pass through it. So he doesn't actually. He would have kicked Phil Sticker's head off, but instead the foot just goes right through.
Right.
And I guess that, like, whether or not everyone else knows it's an illusion depends on how observant they are and if they communicate.
So the other ones are running up along that side, and I think they're going to use their action to investigate the illusion. Now I have to decide how intelligent the Stiltwalkers truly are, because their stat block doesn't give them that information to me. I just know that it's not known where they come from. I'm going to say that they are startlingly intelligent.
Doesn't seem to matter, though.
Yes. They are not, they're not certain whether or not this is some magic that is allowing them to avoid harm, or if it is an illusion, and they want to be sure. It is an illusion. They cannot permit anyone to get closer. And these guys haven't moved yet, so... Filsticker!
No, they're killing me.
Not yet.
Okay. I make a Deboko.
Make it the boat go.
Vroom, vroom.
Make everybody else go.
Kersplash.
Okay. Kildrak. Your boat, it has now been 1 round since your boat began sinking. It is, now it's more sinking than it was before. I'm gonna create,
Cool.
I'm gonna create a bar of sinking for your boat. When the bar is full, it will be sunk. It
We
is now
will
at 1 of
be
3.
we'll be in a piece of wood that is held barely aloft by skeleton legs.
Yes.
Order
Well,
the
we-
skeletons to walk the boat back to Clink, and then jump in one of our boats and help us row faster.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is the Pipes of Haunting. I'm sure y'all saw that coming because I mentioned it a couple times.
Yes.
30
I think-
feet,
I think that's gonna get
a
all
lot
these,
of them.
all except these guys up here.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
yeah, it gets all of the rest.
So I need to make 9 saving throws.
And it's DC 15.
Wisdom, right?
Yes, wisdom.
I think.
God, I hope they've got shit wisdom.
I think they've got all right wisdom, but I don't think that they have proficiency in wisdom saves.
Oh, that's something.
in case that functionality is useful for you.
Oh yes, I suppose it is. Let's see. So I can do. Let me just see how that is.
It will not take pluses though, so you'll have to subtract their bonus from the DC to make it work.
Okay, I can do that. So, so they needed a 15. They have a +2, so they need a 13. Wait, can I do?
Then you'll want to enter that as 12.
Right, because I need greater than. So greater than 12. All right.
I'll take it.
So.
Oh, never mind. They changed that, or I was wrong.
Yeah.
Would have been 13. So it looks like only
Right.
one of them succeeded.
Yes.
The third from the back.
Yes. So this guy will be the one that did not succeed. Because it would have.
Wait, did succeed or
Did succeed. Did succeed.
Okay.
So let's see. Can I ascribe? No, it looks like I have to do it individually.
Well, that's annoying.
Yeah. You know, that's not a very good symbol for this. It's not. Oh well, it works. And it's on the first row, so I can do it quickly. Alright.
That's good at least.
Okay. So, almost all of them are now frightened of Kildrak.
When they
Works
get
for me.
scared, they become angry.
Giddy up, boat! Yeah.
The way you worded that implied they are not afraid of anyone else.
That is how it works.
Yeah.
They're
they're not.
afraid of the wielder of the pipes of haunting.
Just conveniently, I'm gonna be near all of you, so.
Right. Which is convenient because they can't get closer to Kildrak.
So I'm gonna yell at the boat to move. Do we have penalties at this point?
Not yet.
Okay.
You can still move your full move.
It's gonna be. There would be the.
New center of the boat. So, there.
Then I turn it a little bit. Nice close quarters here.
Throw Warrendeer out of his boat. There we go. All right. Good turn, Kildrak.
I do what I can.
Sport's gonna move Silas's boat another 20 feet.
Would Bort be so kind as to angle that slightly northwards?
He could.
Our entire formation needs to turn at about this angle. If we're
Mhm.
going to clear this thing.
Someone may want to like toss a rope to our boat just in case. That way, even if it does start to sink and we fall behind a little, y'all can still drag us to safety, or we can like climb it.
But that would slow our boats down.
It is Lucas's turn, though.
All right. Well, I will move up the boat.
Okay. Ixit will be your turn.
Okay, and more rowing.
Okay. Go ahead and move your boat then. And Quarandir, it will be your turn.
And the rowing.
Quarandir finally puts his bow down and gets to rowing as well.
Yep.
Alright. I'll let you move your boat 20 feet.
Hey. Move all this stuff around.
Gotta love the medieval chase sequences.
It's exciting slow speed chases.
Slow speed Benny Hill music.
Since it's a fantasy thing, it's Benny Hill music being played by like a full orchestra.
Ghost bagpipes.
Sloane's going to row another 20 feet as well. Something seems to be happening outside. I don't care much to know what it is. Silas, your turn.
Alright. Oh, wait, no. I moved the wrong boat. There we go. Except for port.
So, I will move port. Okay, so, the three stilt walkers that had kind of broke off before now move and surround Ix's old canoe and begin stamping and shattering it and sinking it. They'll be occupied for a few rounds, making sure it is completely and utterly completely destroyed. The one that is not frightened of Kildrak runs around its companions in order to give chase at maximum speed. And the other ones are unable to get closer, but wait. But watch, because they do not
They wish him luck.
they do not flee, but they cannot pursue. So they kind of hold position, and let's see if any of them snap out of their fear. Well, all right then.
I fear them real good.
Yeah, they respect the pipes of haunting.
They know they're betters.
Yes.
We're not their betters, but the pipes are.
Yes. Filsticker. There's one stilt walker still chasing you.
Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Boat. Gonna boat. Paddle with all your might then. All right. Kildrak.
Vroom, 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 vroom.
Your boat is taking on even more water.
It's not ideal.
It is now 2/3 of the way to sunk. And there's a stilt walker right on you.
None of this is good.
Apologize to him, and maybe he'll go away.
I mean, I very seriously considered casting Calm Emotions on him.
But I'm also, taking action to apologize and really mean it, so you better not waste it.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to burn a spell slot on that. Boat's already kind of screwed.
The boat will be fine, I think. If it can keep moving flooded at the same rate our canoes move at least,
Yeah,
then we can patch it up later on shore.
right. Okay, I'm gonna
How,
have
how
the boat.
fast did your canoe move on land? Just 20? You could run up onto an island, and then the water would drain out of it, and then run back into the water.
But yeah, it moves at a rate of 20, like just with the feet.
Yeah, we don't need to get this crocodile involved.
Some. Oh Jesus. Yeah, I'm just gonna have the
Hey,
boat
I
move.
forgot there was a crocodile down there. The crocodile's now canonically there, so it's chilling on that island.
It's just watching.
Eh. I mean,
It's
if anyone
okay.
falls in the water, maybe it'll like. be
Yeah,
used.
but
Hopefully the
Right now-
Stillwalkers go attack it.
but yeah, I'm gonna have the thing move, and if I take an attack, then I take an attack.
Yeah, it's gonna attack of opportunity.
Sure.
As you go past,
Okay.
or
that's
as you try and escape. Well, it's a hit.
Okay. Yeah, that is. Is it hitting me or the boat?
You this time.
Okay.
You
3.
can tell your
That's
boat's already taking on a lot of water.
Okay. Well, 3 is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it hurts,
Minimum.
but
Minimum damage, you know.
that's acceptable. Okay. 2. So that should be there. And since Ixa can row, unless Ixa, do you want to like throw something at it next turn, your turn, and have me row, or
I can throw a javelin at it.
because otherwise I was gonna like mock it maybe. Javelin probably would be more effective.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, I think you'll have better chance with that than I will. Wait, but if I row the boat, are we gonna put you too far away?
Looks like Ixa's
No.
already too far away, so.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what the range is, but I think it would just be long range.
they're 30,
120.
120.
So you'd already
Okay,
be.
so at that,
You'd already be in long range.
okay, at
Yeah,
that
so-
point, I'll Okay, I'll throw a javelin at it then, I guess.
Okay. Gonna throw some entangling shit on that.
Damn right I am. 'Cause that's my bonus action spell.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so that should be. And yeah, Javelin's got better to attack to hit. So I'll throw the Javelin. And whiff. Awesome. That's awesome.
Well, all right then. I guess I don't need to make a strength saving throw.
Jesus.
Yep.
I'm not sure if I even managed to throw that out of the boat.
You slipped on the now slick wet floor of the boat. Fell back down.
Jesus. Oh, that
Um,
was a waste.
Bort, I assume, rows the boat some more. Silas, you can move that boat. Lucas, you can. It's your turn as well. Do your thing. And Ixa.
Alright, so since Kildrak threw the javelin, I need to row, right?
Mm-hmm.
Regretting that decision.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Corandir, your turn. Rowing.
There's one that's still following us, right?
Yes.
Slayer's Prey.
Okay.
I am designating this one here all by himself as lonesome.
He should have known to fear. But he did not.
It's a 12 hit.
12 does not hit.
Oh!
Maybe he was right.
Yep.
Sloane, however, fears them, so he rows the boat away.
It's because he's a silly little man.
Silas, I assume you're going to continue rowing?
Yep, I will keep doing that. Let's see how far. The turn order gets in the way, but
Turn order. All right. Chasing Stiltwalker continues chasing Kildrak, but it has to dash in order to actually keep up. The ones sinking canoe 4 continue to do that, abusing the poor boat. And the 8 that fear. Some of them stop fearing. At the end of their turn. Yes. So I assume that the rest that you're all going to continue rowing and head off the map now.
that's
Yeah.
my plan at least.
Okay. So
I might cast a spell if you will allow it to try to get this thing off of Kildrak. And I say if you allow it because this is a definite gray area as to whether I can grease the land that it's standing on under the water or not.
that is a
Because a sleep spell wouldn't really do it in this close proximity with it at full health.
yeah. I mostly question the usefulness of it.
Well, if it falls prone, it'll have to take some move to get up, and I can't imagine that's easy on the stilts. Let's get
Well,
away.
Sure, but like, also it's like impaling the ground as it walks.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I
All right, then never mind.
Yeah. So, okay. A few things, most of which are going to take place on Kildrak's next turn. So, you all continue fleeing. You get off of the combat map. Kildrak, on your turn, your boat is now completely filled with water. Were it not being held up by skeletons, it would be sunk. But
Okay.
it's still able to move at half speed because of its undead nature.
Sure.
Firstly, I want, since you have been traveling in this boat alone, I want you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. Let's see. Oh,
Okay, so fortunately you packed the barrel that is in this boat with you. You sealed it properly, so the food that is in this boat is not ruined.
yay. Well, we
You-
lost some of our food.
Yes, you only lost the food that's left behind on Canoe 4.
Yeah.
You had this barrel packed tightly closed, the lid on so that the water does not seep in.
Sure.
At least not in any significant quantity.
Mhm.
So good. As you pull away, the Stiltwalker does take one more attack of opportunity on you,
God damn.
which
Holy crap.
it leaves a nasty gash on you. It seems.
Yeah.
For nine
Jesus.
more damage. But as you disappear off of the map, the Stiltwalkers seem to be satisfied that they have run you off from whatever it is that they came from. They seem to be happy that you are leaving their territory, and they cease their pursuit. Your reward is continued existence.
That's good enough for me. We only lost a boat.
And all
Yep,
the food on that boat. And all the water on that boat.
The water
There's
is the
food
only real
everywhere.
concern at this stage. I'll do some math when we get back to the main overmap, but yeah, having lost Canoe 4, let's see, how much supplies we got left? Just 19 and 17
That's
is
gone. Fix is riding with Kildrak now.
4.
This canoe is now filled with water.
So I do want, and I mean, this won't be like right now, but as soon as we're somewhere semi-secure,
Mm-hmm.
to take a bit of time and try to patch the boat.
Yeah, that'll be possible once you get out of the area.
Sure.
All right. Lucas will happily help mend the boat, but looking over his maps, we're going to have to attempt something risky to make it home before the water runs out.
What, a straight line?
No, we are going to have to move quickly into unexplored terrain. But it looks like we've only got about 4 days of water left.
Are we going to be able to stop at Sally's, and possibly just like mooch off of her for a day?
There's no way she has enough water.
We are certainly going to be stopping at Sally's. We already ate this morning. That food was marked off. But the remaining supplies we will have to cut right along the edge of the Forbidden Hex, and just make a beeline like that along the orange line.
Does everyone have water skins still? I know those aren't like a ton of water, but
I believe some of us do. I don't know if we all do or how many,
I've got 2 full water skins.
which is 1 day's worth. So
I don't have one.
Neither do I.
I have 2
I have-
apparently.
well, what's the effect of missing a day's water?
1 day's water.
Yeah.
I think that going without water is probably worse than going without food. I do not know.
I feel like realistically it would have to be 2 levels of exhaustion, right? Because like you can go 3 days without water and you die at 5 levels. So like that would be the best way to represent it, I think. I could be totally wrong. I have no idea what the book says.
You know what? It doesn't
I would
actually
prob-
matter. Because even if it's just 1 level of exhaustion, we'd be looking at, if we take the current proposed route, 2 regular rolls, then 2 with advantage. Whereas if we were to take a slower route and gain 1 exhaustion from the water problems, we can make sure the navigator doesn't have it, but we'd still be taking 2 extra days. It would get nasty. We'd have some serious problems as we approached Clink. I think this is probably our best bet. We're just gonna have to hope for the best. If anyone has guidance, cast it.
Okay. So a character who drinks only half as much water as needed must succeed at a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or suffer 1 level of exhaustion at the end of the day. A character with access to even less water automatically suffers 1 level of exhaustion at the end of the day. So you can't ration water.
Yeah, I'd be willing to take the risk. I've got +4 Constitution on +4 on Constitution saves, which I know isn't a ton, but it's something.
We'd be looking at 6 days to get back, though, if we didn't at any point double move into the fog. And that's maybe not ideal, because we'd only have 4 days worth of water at all. And even if we have like half of us going a half ration, they'd have to do it the whole time. And it's a bigger risk, I think, than rolling without advantage on navigation.
Didn't the faceless one sell water? I know it was expensive if they did, but
No, I think they said they didn't have enough.
They didn't.
Well, they didn't say anything.
Yeah, they didn't say anything, but they didn't really have enough fresh water to trade. It's
okay,
kind of work intensive for them.
right, okay. I couldn't remember.
So they didn't have like huge stockpiles of. They pretty much just like clean as much water as they need.
Sure. Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna have to risk it then. Ration water, as we get a little bit farther along.
Hopefully we won't have to, but if we do get lost, we at least still have that option as a backup. Whereas
Yeah.
if we plan on rationing and something goes wrong, we're just all gonna die.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, not plan our route based on being able to ration, but,
Fair enough. Keep it as an emergency reserve.
yeah. Because, I mean, like, truly, Kildrak could at least potentially handle that at least once or twice.
Mhm.
I know that others, not everyone else could, but
Okay. But you managed to get away from the stilt walkers, and you were able to find a spot to set camp for the night. I assume Kildrak's going to want to spend some hit dice.
Yeah.
So yeah. So also, the undead canoe, walks up on shore, and all the water drains out.
Oh, damn it. I meant to do 2. I guess...
You go ahead and roll another one.
Yeah. And the 6. Oh, okay.
All right.
I
That's some pretty good healing.
guess I could have gotten away with just spending 1, but okay, cool.
Alright. Kildrak feels much better after sitting around the campfire and telling some stories.
It's amazing how that manages to heal wounds.
Did I miss it, or did he need like a disease thing because he touched the water? Like a save?
Actually, that's right. I didn't do that yet. But you were at under half health and in the swamp water, so you need an additional. You need a disease check for that.
Okay.
Wow, the dice really hate you. Don't fail this.
What? Is it Soul Rot again? Okay, it doesn't matter.
That'd be hilarious.
Because I rolled the 9. The 9 is the number on the disease
Sorry,
table
Kildrak,
that is spirit sickness.
Jesus.
You go back and he's like, I told you need to. I told you to take it easy for a few days. You never listen to your doctor. You go right back out in the swamp, right after your vision quest, and you wonder why you get the soul rod.
Chronic Soul Rot.
I'm starting to think you're just saying this because you want the psychedelics.
I mean, kind of.
Yes, but
So Lucas is silently
hole in the side of it.
So Lucas is now silently annoyed with the paladin, because if he hadn't screwed us on mapping this hex, we could do a much safer route. Lucas was right. Lucas was right, and he knows it.
Aren't you glad he's dead now?
No, I don't even get to gloat. Can't even yell at him. He's dead.
Well, there's
No, there's an afterlife.
Well, if I come across him after meeting Primus, I'll be sure to let him know he was wrong.
Erect a gravestone for him here as a monument, and then scratch into it like I was right. Because you probably know anything that people write on your gravestone.
Probably. That would make sense. Or when you get back to Clink and you're writing a letter to the temple to let them know that their paladin died. It's like, but also he was wrong and I was right and I told him so.
Kids were not listening.
He'll be banished back to Earth as punishment. No!
Yes. So there's a hole in the canoe. Who wants to try and do something about that?
Is it more than a foot across?
No, but can you mend something if you don't have the original material?
Let me check.
Just smear some new wood on there.
Yeah, could he mend it if we grab some, sticks and hold it over the hole?
I don't know.
The spell repairs a single break or tear on an object you touch. As long as the damage is no longer than 1 foot in any dimension, you mend it and leave no trace of the damage. So, I mean, it doesn't say we need to collect all of the splinters, but on the other hand, does it create a cubic foot of wood? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I
I don't know. I guess
like, it was a joke, but I feel like a middle ground might be truly to have us just like get some sticks or something.
Yeah. And there's plenty of that around. So yeah, so I think since there's like actually a chunk of wood missing where it smashed out one of the planks, that you need like some material to work with. So you go and like crudely attach some sticks so that now there's less new material that needs to be magicked into existence. And then you mend the boat with that. And now your canoe has like one plank that looks like it's like made of a tree.
The whole
And-
time, Kildrak is off to the side muttering about putting iron plating on it.
But now your canoe looks cool. Now your undead canoe looks even more weird.
Perfect.
'Cause now it's got like a tree growing in it.
Now we just need to have Phil Sticker shoot it a couple times so it's covered in swamp.
I'll probably kill the canoe if I do that.
You'll crit for the first time.
No, you killed the canoe skeletons. Now it's just an ordinary canoe. All right. Miasma check. Bort is in danger. Let me see what he's in danger of. He's in danger of a number 2. The mighty fever. Will Bort become super useless? Yes. Yes. Bort wakes up the next day. He's got Lucas's fever. He blames Lucas.
Fair enough. I mean, I would say he caught it from Dethel, but
He never even met Dethel.
I know, I'm just joking about Dethel's name still being the one on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
He's still got his stink on the boat.
Yeah. Fine. I'll update the macro. Fort. Save changes. Done. Okay. That was easy. Why didn't I do that earlier? Okay, so yeah, it is the next morning. Weather check. Clear skies. Swamp frogs are out again, and all the buzzing insects. It's terrible.
All I hear is food.
Well,
For some standard of food.
Hey man,
Let's see if
frog
we
legs are
can-
tasty.
well, it's clear, so Silas is on food patrol, while Karandir tries not to get us lost.
Mm-hmm.
So where are you going? At what speed are you going? There.
We're following the orange line.
Okay.
Wait, are we still
Yeah.
in the Urcorpse square?
Yes.
Oh, then revise to the orange line. We can be a lot safer. I think we should be safer. We'll just go 1 square.
Okay.
So heading northeast.
Yeah.
Oh, so close to getting some precious water there, Silas.
Yeah, sadly.
Did you get some food? Maximum food, so 7. It's good at least.
Oh, what the hell?
So, Silas, Kildrak, Ixa, and Bort can roll a perception check. Right? Well, and Kildrak, but Silas already made it. So,
Oh, okay.
Silas, as you were traveling about, you see up ahead of you a nest of swamp snakes. The same type that fell in Kildrak's boat the other day.
Yeah, alright, so he leans over to Kildrak to say something like, we don't want to go through that again.
Kildrak rubs his arm.
Yeah, we can just, we'll just turn in a different direction then, I guess.
Yeah, you know, they're snakes. They're not gonna come like out of the way to.
Yeah.
As long as you make your perception check to not stumble into them. So yeah, you go. You've arrived. You camp. Bort, who is already sick with a fever, now has to roll with disadvantage because of the fever. Or oh god.
Is he getting ultra fever?
Does he burst into flames?
Ixa can cure his existing disease. Maybe she should do that.
I mean, she probably should have. But so Bort goes to bed with his fever, and Bort wakes up. Bort wakes up screaming. Corinder, you know what this means.
Oh,
Sorry, not Corinder. Kildrak, you know what this means.
what?
So I guess we have to go back to the faceless ones.
Don't you know how to cure it now?
God, no. Barely remember what happened.
Well, I suppose the giant mushroom will have to wait. Once we made it back to Clink to get the water we need, we'll resupply and head back to the Faceless Ones village.
Bort is delirious and tired, and will go along with us. But Bort is having a bad day.
Yeah, that's a real bad day.
We don't really have much other choice. If we turn around, we'll get him there, but then we'll all die of not having water.
or we'll have to live there because they can only produce enough water to, keep us alive for one day at a time or something.
We would really actually have to build them a still at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would turn into a village simulator.
Well, no, because we build them to still, and then we reserve use of it until we've supplied ourselves enough to get back to Clink, and then we get the fuck out of there. And then we try to get KSB to give us points for building village improvements and improving relations with the people.
So it's an outreach program.
All right. But morning comes. Where are you? What speed are you traveling? Traveling into mapped territory now.
So we would get the bonus?
Yes.
No. We may as well go full speed then. It doesn't save us any time, but we could make a decision about whether we want to pause at Mama's to ask her if she can do anything for Bort. Well, I mean, we know she can do something for Bort. The question is how much.
Right. I mean, that seems reasonable. I mean, aren't we going to have to go through there anyways? Since it's mapped?
Yep, and we don't... Unless we could move 3 hexes in a day, it's still 3 more days.
You can't move 3 hexes in a day. 2 is fast movement.
So, yeah, I guess we'll look at something like that.
Okay. So, you set out at your fast pace, and you get here, and everyone roll perception.
Oh, crap.
I got something in my eyes.
Lucas is distracted with his maps.
Yes. Lucas is like, oh yes, oh, I know where we are. We're here. Right here. Everything is according to as I have said. And Ixa just points up to the northwest. Sorry, not northwest. Northeast.
Oh.
And Ixa sees something. The corpse pile has moved while you were south. It's now standing between you and Mama's healing house.
So,
we're supposed to go to Niflhenberg. God damn it.
What are our
and
options here?
And some slimy skeletons are approaching your location.
Have they come across us? Like, did they know we're here?
Probably, yes. Yeah, because you were traveling at a fast pace.
Okay.
So you see the corpse pile. You see blocking your path, and you see skeletons are approaching you. And I think that's where we're going to call the session. So we're not going to do the fight with the skeletons right now. But if you guys want to talk overall strategy about what you're going to do now.
What would our options be since we were moving at a fast pace? Would diverting even be on the table?
I think so, yes, because you've only traveled effectively half a day when you've gotten here. You could, I think that you could change your final destination hex to any,
All right, so we have 3 options, and they all have merits too. On the one hand, If we assume that the corpse pile moves every day, then any position adjacent to it is equally threatened. Moving back isn't an option, so that's going to be a threat either way. If we assume it does move every day, retaining our current position gives us the best shot at getting to Clink reasonably on schedule. We won't be able to do much, but we will still survive.
If it moves every day, we should rush into the square or the hex it's in.
Alternatively, we could attempt this mushroom. However, we don't know if this mushroom is really good or really bad. Also, it's not a fantastic position for us to be in. Well, it's not too bad, because we could still double move here or here. And wherever the corpse pile moves other than onto us, this would be a good staging grab. We do have to deal with the uncertainty of the giant mushroom, which we are at full health, so we're in reasonable condition for a big boss fight. So if the giant mushroom turns out to be like alive and trying to kill us, this isn't an awful time to visit it. Third option is to cut north. The last time we saw the corpse pile, it was in this region, so this seems a possible heading. North is probably the safest square we could move to in terms of being overrun by a corpse pile. It still gives us a shot at Clink, and so long as the corpse pile doesn't move at us, that's fine. Mind you, that's true of any of the three solutions. If the corpse pile moves at us, we're in big trouble. So,
I'm kind of a mind to stay in this hex.
interesting.
Because, yeah, we're going to be losing a bit of time, but if the assumption that it moves every day is correct, then, like you said, we've got roughly equal threat anywhere.
And all of the three options give us multiple... Well, if it doesn't move, then if we've stayed, we're boned, because there's only one path forward from here. But either of the other squares can go multiple ways to get to Mama's healing house.
Right. The concern I've got with moving to another square is that they're unmapped squares.
Yeah, that's true. If there'd be another navigation check with disadvantage, we could wind up just about anywhere.
Yeah. Like, that's my concern. You know, staying here, if the pile doesn't move, then, yeah, we're fucked. But, I don't know. We've only seen it move once, right? So
we have seen it move every time we've seen it.
Okay. And I guess, can we tell if it seems to still be, like, semi-mobile right now?
It seems to be moving slowly.
Can we tell which direction?
I suppose. It's heading due south.
Okay.
Then that rules out mushroom as a plan completely.
Yeah.
We should hold our position. I concur.
Okay.
Okay. So, next week you'll have to fight these skeletons that are coming off the corpse pile and heading your way. You do that. That is a plan.
Oh, right. Has it been... It's been a day, right? Since the Stiltwalker fight?
Yes.
Okay. Then I get to, I guess it doesn't really matter if I roll, but I get to recover the charge.
Right. That's right. Okay. So, there we go. That was the session. I hope everyone had a fun time.
Yep, thank you very much for running it.
Yes.
Yep.
Didn't die.
I think it's interesting that the water has actually become an issue. I was starting to think that supplies would just never be an issue for you guys anymore.
Well, we bought a lot of supplies, but we were also gone a really long time. That was quite the expedition when you consider how far and how long it's been since we've been to Clink. Like, they're gonna look at us and they're gonna be all like,
We thought you was dead.
"Yeah, you've been gone for a month. What happened?" Like, we're gonna get back and like, Sloane's wife is gonna have moved on. There's gonna be another guy there.
I don't think it's been that long.
I'll have to marry Ixa. Only other
Like-
woman in town.
I believe we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, bouncing up to here, or 6, then 7 because we bounced off the corpse.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait, we bounced up to here. And 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then we spent a couple of days out here. So we'll call that 16, 17, and then the mapping for 18, and 19, 20. Then we tried to bounce up to here, 21, 22. So we've been gone 22 days.
All right, so yeah, it will be almost a month by the time you get back. Well, good. Good to know that. How long you can stay out then, I guess.
Hmm.
I mean, we could have stayed out longer if, we hadn't had musical canoes.
I suppose that's true. The canoe maker will be happy to sell you another one though.
Well, I mean, we're gonna need another barrel as well, but yep.
Yeah, the barrel maker's also gonna be happy to
I don't
make
think we
another.
need the other canoe, though.
But I think the guy who preserves sandwich meat is gonna be the happiest to see us, because we're all like, yes, please give us another year's supply of meat.
Yes.
We fed most of it to these blue giants we met along the way.
Ah, yeah.
I mean, I still vote that was a better result than having to fight them.
You say that now, but if we run out of water,
Who were the blue giants? I don't remember that.
They were green actually, but you encountered
Did you feed
a couple of dredgers. They wanted to eat you, but they settled for eating all of your food instead.
Oh, that must have happened while I was not.
And then we put them to sleep and got the hell out of Dodge.
Did we map anything today?
we did. We mapped 2 hexes.
Oh.
How much
Cool.
is that worth again?
I forget. My book. Here is my book. There is my table. It is unknown. No. Let's see. Read. Alright, so, both of those together, everyone in the party gains 300 XP for this session.
Wow. Definitely going to be leveling when we get back if we get back to Clink.
Hmm.
You said 300 total?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But alright. So, yeah. I think, that's the end of the session. So, thank you all for playing. I hope you all enjoyed it.
Mhm.
Say goodbye to our internet fans.
Goodbye,
Bye.
internet fans. Or
Bye.
Bye, internet
Yes.
fans.
Yes, goodbye. Goodbye, that one guy who, we've been having, arguments with in the comment
DM, not
section of
DM.
the first episode.
Who won?
Well, he thinks he won, but I know that he also lost.
No
did
one
you hear
really
that?
wins an internet argument.
Better set him straight. Person on the internet watching our videos.
Yes. So if you manage to get this far, despite how wrong I am, apparently, comment again. I am fascinated if you do. But goodbye. That's the end. I'm going to stop recording and stop talking now.